coming on in here. Now I think the riflemen may even be a little bit too brazen. You can see them taking out that pack gun and just being pinned like crazy by a combination of Fatherland HMG team and a Puma armored car. Really taking a lot of damage here. Gonna get out of there. Come on. Oh, Bazooka Joe. Bazooka Joe. No! Bazooka Joe goes down. Oh, how unfortunate. So Bazooka Joe is lost. Massive, oh my god, look at these Knights Cross here on the right hand side. We've got 3 full squads of Knights Cross. Looks like he's going to go ahead and even drop down a Firestorm Barrage there. Firestorm Barrage, really awesome against, you know, immobile people. Like, for instance, anti-tank guns tend to die pretty quickly to them. Looks like the HMG team was able to get out of there just in time. But check out this massive group of Knights Cross here. These guys, Vet 2, Knights Cross, so good against infantry. But there are a lot of vetted riflemen as well, so they kind of have their work cut out for them. Taking a look around the map here, and just take a look at the mini-map in case anyone wanted to see it real quick. We can see we do have a Calliope in the center of the map here. I do want to see him fire at something. Oh yeah, looks like I'm going to get my prayers answered. Calliope just firing right where everybody is. Oh, that's a pretty good shot, actually. He was likely firing at this cluster of troops. Unfortunately, retreating through the shots. Sometimes it's better to walk like towards the enemy if you think they're firing behind you. But it looks like he didn't take that many casualties. But half track is still okay. Puma armored car looking okay. Knights Cross now having to retreat a little bit because it looks like perhaps we do have a Sherman tank here moving on in. And now these recoilless rifles are looking pretty good, actually. Recoilless rifles having no problem whatsoever. Doing some damage here, so that's looking pretty good. We'll see what else is going on here. Now you can see these guys should be really effective. The Knights Cross should be super effective against all these riflemen, and they're doing a pretty good job, but they took a surprising amount of casualties trying to get rid of all that. So again, these recoilless rifles, look at these guys. 2 recoilless rifles on this one squad here, just really pelting away at that Sherman tank. You never really expect that kind of firepower from Volksgrenadiers. Let's see here. Meanwhile, the fighting has slowed down just a little bit. People are now retreating. Looks like we got the half track is moving on in. Sherman Calliope is backing off. That's kind of strange use of Sherman Calliope. He kind of walked all the way in here, very exposed. Could have been really dangerous. Now he's backed up a little bit. So hopefully keeping it in a more central location, pointing at your enemy is always a better choice. But you never know if your Blitzkrieg commander, for instance, is going to have stormtroopers that are going to try and sneak up on it. Hopefully this heavy machine gun team is in the middle of capturing that. I just can't see it because I'm watching the wrong team at the moment. But look at that. Things have calmed down. Nice and calm. So we do have, it looks like the anti-tank gun just hanging out here in the middle here. A little bit of scout plane action going on. Not too much here. Grenadiers moving out, but for the time being, a little bit calm, but you will notice that it is a 2-cap still for the Axis. And here we do have now a whole big old squad of Vet 2 riflemen, heavy machine gun team, and a bunch of recoilless rifle upgraded airborne. Actually, these are only the 2 guys that are left over when you call in an AT drop. So that's who those guys are. But check these guys out, man. Double Vet 2 riflemen. That is some serious business, even versus a bunch of Vet 2 Knights Cross that are in medium cover here. So just not even hesitating. These guys are just pouring straight in. Oh my god, so much damage. Looks like we've got a little bit of Inspired Zeal activated. That sort of thing. Oh my god, Puma armored car getting on in here, but look out, sir. I wonder where those, unfortunately, all these paratroopers are in the back a little bit here, but very few casualties going on right now. Not a lot to say about casualties. Double sticky bombs going off, completely immobilized, destroyed engine, almost taking out this Puma armored car, but not quite. We do have a fully repaired Sherman tank now moving up. Sherman tank is going to be opening fire. What is he firing at? He's going to probably take out one of these Pumas. But no, look, just in time, Maakay has switched it all up and got a Schultz's Panther. Schultz's Panther, by the way, at level 5, its distinguishing characteristic amongst other little things is that it has a overcharge ability. It can drive really fast and hunt things down. It's kind of cool. And it doesn't cost too many munitions here. And boom, taking them out. Look at these guys getting the tank kill here, the Volksgrenadiers with the repossessed firearms. That's kind of cool. So, strong push right here on the top right now. Backed up by a Sherman Calliope with, I was hoping for another one in the middle, but I guess that's the same Calliope driving around right now. So much action here. I'm trying my best to stay on both sides of the field at the same time. Once again, we got flamethrowers versus, looks like flamethrowers versus these Knights Cross holders. They're going to take a lot of casualties and leave. Knights Cross now just kind of meandering around, just kind of holding this area down. But you'll see a lot of resupply going on right now here in the middle. Allies soundly capping this middle point, but no, we do have a nice little barrage coming from that half track, landing, killing 1 or 2 men, and that's about it. Unfortunately, they're not really standing in any sort of burn damage or anything like that. So, but getting some good use out of this half-track. You know, come to think of it, it looks like it's only gotten 3 kills. I wonder if that's the same half-track as before. And now here we have the much feared, I'm going to go ahead and switch on over to Stahlstrom. Looks like he went ahead and just activated his heavy armor support. He has the lighter version of this, the 1150 manpower version, which gives you Ostwind and Tiger. That's pretty good because you'll notice he does not have manpower blitz. He has assault reinforcements and heavy armor, and just kind of chooses situationally what to use. So he had to actually save up for that, but now is using it. Big pushing going on here. We'll see what's going on here. Meanwhile, in the lower right, you can see Schultz's Panther now is just kind of firing away. Schultz's Panther, not super good against infantry. That's the one thing it's pretty bad at. It's got 2 effectiveness versus infantry. Usually, if you vet up regular Panthers, once they finally get their MG42s, they're a little bit better against infantry. But by themselves, you know, they take shots once in a while. Sometimes they win, sometimes they lose. Anyhow, we do have a little bit of firing going on up here, and looks like I think either that was probably a Volksgrenadier or a Knight's Cross. Maybe that was Volksgrenadier. Somebody took a shot at that and just killed the AT gun itself. But I think it only counts. I think it actually only counts as killing the infantry. So. Interesting enough. Meanwhile, huge push going on here once again. Thank God. I always, you know, whenever I play with an airborne ally and I see green stuff dropping, I just like freak out for a second, thinking I'm about to get firestormed or something, and then I realize, oh, it's my airborne guy dropping something in. That's cool. I like that. So we got serious control of the center here by the Tiger and by the Ostwind. Looks like there's not a lot to be said for anti-tank action up here, and very whoa, big old fast retreat there. It looks like that was probably a forced retreat by Maakay. I want to take a look at that. He may very well have used it, but they may have just... Oh, no, of course. They're getting out of the way of the Firestorm rocket barrage. Of course, that was not a forced retreat. Close enough, though. So, that's looking pretty good. Anti-tank gun here is now taking some random shots at this this Tiger. I always call things King Tigers, and I know this is an actual Tiger, but that's fine. So, allies here getting really low, by the way. Score right now, 232 to Axis, 160 to allies. Now we have a King Tiger on the battlefield, so I'm not entirely a liar. There is a King Tiger here. This was the one I was referring to earlier, of course. So, King Tiger on the right-hand side. Somewhere over here, we have a regular Tiger. He's just kind of backed up in the middle, taking a lot of random pot shots from AT guns, but it looks like the Puma was able to totally flank that. Oh man, I love this effect here. Now granted, there are already windows here, but that's one of the cool features of Company of Heroes Online, is that when the buildings take damage, you can actually position machine guns through the holes, even if there wasn't a window there in the first place. So, meanwhile though, King Tiger is just raping up out here. I'm not sure why exactly there was a Firestorm rocket barrage going on there, but that's, you know, that's cool. Oh, sorry. That's actually just a regular rocket barrage with the burn damage coming out of it. Sorry. With the, what's it called? Aftershocks. There we go. Sorry, really rusty. All these things coming off the top of my head. So, of course, that's what's going on here. So, 17 kills. This is still the same sniper, I believe, from the very beginning. Just picking away at stuff. No problem there. Once again, being backed up really well. I like this position of the HMG team, though. That's looking pretty good. Vet 3 Riflemen. Man, these guys are serious business. 4 Vet 3 Riflemen. Looks like they even have a bazooka. Nope, that's a Panzerschreck, likely picked up from a Grenadier. Hopefully not from Panzerschreck Johann. But meanwhile... Oh, Calliope now coming on in here, used against infantry. Not bad, causing retreats. This sniper retreat may have been a little premature, but these guys definitely wanted to get out of there. Looking pretty good. Let's meander around the battlefield right now and see what else is going on. So we do have the King Tiger just kind of crushing through everything here, making sure to provide ample support, not being overly aggressive. Again, it's important to make sure you use... your big tanks appropriately. Notice they're not trying to drive them into bases or anything like that. Just going to sit in the middle of the map, make sure that they're, you know, everything's under control, and just leave it at that. So that's looking pretty good. Meanwhile, we do have half-track chilling. We got some riflemen kind of scampering around here, but it is a 3-cap right now, or it's just about to be, because this construction pioneers are about to cap this 3rd point. Serious danger there. Got the Knight's Cross here. Oh my God, Knight's Cross versus all these Vet 2. It's like, I think that's like 3 squads of Vet 2 Riflemen and 1 squad of Vet 1. 1 squad of Vet 1. Oh my God! Did you just see that shot from that King Tiger? King Tiger just firing away into the middle of a crowd of people. King Tiger, by the way, I always point this out, but it's got 12 effectiveness on a scale of 0 to 9. So really good against infantry. It does a lot of explosion damage. Its MG42 is fantastic. You can upgrade it. Wow! Killing both men with a single shot there. Much different than the Schultz's Panther. Looks like this poor piddly little Sherman tank is going to move on up here and try and do some damage. Likely just going to get Panzerschrecked and Panzerfausted. Sorry, I use Panzerschreck and Panzerfaust interchangeably. I know I shouldn't, but whatever. Meanwhile, Stahlstrom just firing away here at this tank destroyer. Not a bad idea here, but it looks like our anti-tank gun just took out that single Calliope and even wrecked the main gun on this tank destroyer here. They're really kind of running out of things at this point. Oh, and check it out. It looks like Malok3n went ahead and activated his auto repair ability just to get that tank destroyer up and running as fast as he could. Check out the Schultz's Panther. I wonder if he's going to use the overdrive ability. Doesn't even matter. He can just chase him down by himself anyways. Schultz's Panther, wonderful against armor. Meanwhile, really good control of the center here. Look how wounded these Knights Crossholders are. Serious damage there. Oh, looks like we've got Panzerschreck Johann is moving back into the action here, backed up by his Grenadier buddies. These guys are getting really suppressed. Katz and Myers Volksgrenadiers, you, sir, have to get out of there. Hopefully he's aware of what's going on. Looks like our tank destroyer here is trying to get in on the action, taking some pot shots at that Stahlstrom Flak Panzer, but unfortunately it's just going to end up getting picked off by this tank. Looks like this Tiger. Although, note the slow turning radius of the Tiger. He might very well be able to whisper to Harlequin. I think I have a nice tweet. I didn't even see that the first time I watched this. Oh, that's great. You know, I was probably online during my LAN party or something. I actually got this from GameReplays.org. I will provide a link. I didn't even realize he sent that to me at the same time. Oh, that's pretty good. Anyhow, so the Puma's here, rocking out. Looks like our King Tigers are good. 3 cap is secure. 5 points left. This is a definite victory here for the Axis. I was just so surprised that he had a little message in the replay as well. Never even saw that. So anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this. HarlequinCoHO back in action. I'm going to make sure I'm trying to get some games out for you. The tournament's looking mighty fine. Going to start getting those games up for you. And everything else is rocking out. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please subscribe if you did. And otherwise, I will see you guys later.